Ben, what is the process of getting a gold product approved as Shariah compliant? You have been involved from day one, engaging with the WGC and of course the scholars. So what has been your experience in putting the right Shariah mindset in getting a gold-based product approved, and what are the challenges and perhaps something to be avoided in your experience?
I mean, it's been about 2 years now since we started working on this project with gold, and it's been quite an interesting journey. I mean, we've come across many different gold products in the market, and I think one thing I'd say is that there's no kind of one size fits all. I mean, many of the gold products are quite unique in and of themselves, and I think there's a kind of perception in the market where the importance in Shariah compliance is in terms of the product itself, in terms of the substance of the product. So whether it's physically allocated gold or pooled allocated gold, or it's just gold in a shop. And although that's important, that's not probably the most important aspect of going through the process of getting a gold product Shariah compliant. It's actually in terms of the process. So for example, you could have just a shop, right? Just a physical shop, which sells physical bars in store. Now, the perception is obviously that that's a very simple product and that is quite easily deemed Shariah compliant. But in fact, when you look at the whole process of it, you have to consider what about the customer when they place the order? Do they leave the place? When does the funds actually transfer? And all of these things actually add up in the whole value chain of the evaluation of Shariah compliance. And the other aspect also is in terms of legal documentation. So, for example, some of the products that we come across are on a mobile application. So, in that case, they could just be a terms of service. So there isn't, master term sheet or anything like that. So the question is, how do we actually develop that into a Shariah compliant product? We have to develop, obviously, the procedures for that particular product. And we also have to look at the various other aspects. So, for example, how the IT system works with that product. So how does it ensure, all the conditions are met IT-wise? Also how the product is regulated. So the whole process, basically what I can say is it's an end-to-end process. We look at everything from start to finish to ensure that it's Shariah compliant. And this is something obviously very positive for the market. And this is something that we do. This is our specialty, right, at Amanie Advisors. So yeah, we see this as a very thorough process. And it helps us achieve our objectives in terms of meeting the client's requirements, and most importantly, actually, in terms of risk management, because when we have an end-to-end Shariah compliance process, it means that the risks related to Shariah compliance are then mitigated.
Okay, I think basically we cannot take for granted any stage of the value chain of dealing with gold, either production, either packaging, warehousing, transfer of ownership and beyond. So this is something that we have to go through the whole value chain to make sure that we don't miss anything that could come back and hit us badly from the Shariah reputation perspective.